Hi, I have a lot of thoughts going through my mind today, so I hope I can share them uh, precisely. So today would have been my 24th wedding anniversary with Rob, and it's always kind of a weird, kind of a hard day for me. Um, it just is. Not many people know the date. Sometimes they do, and it's weird for me. Um, it's a hard day. So today I was helping out in junior primary. And so for you who don't know, I'm helping kids at church that are ages 6 and under. And they were practicing the song Love is Spoken Here. That song always takes me back to Not Great Place. That song. So I remembered as much as it was yesterday. I know I was 8 years old, and we were learning that song in primary. And we were singing it for our primary on Eternal Families. I remember exactly where I was standing in the Redmond Stake Center next to Hartman Park. I know where I was in that chapel, and I remember singing that song and singing about families. And my parents at the time were going through divorce. And I remember thinking, here we are talking about family, mothers, fathers, and I don't have that. And so that song's kind of hard for me. It brings back those feelings. And sitting in primary with these little kids, and I'm all these on this day, on June 9th of all days, I remembering those feelings as a child that when Rob and I got married, we promised, obviously we'll never get divorced, but that would never, ever, ever be even a consideration, because we both came from divorced parents, and we know as a child how hard that was and how much we hated it. And so that was something that I was, I never thought about death and being a single mom that way. And I know those are two very, very, very different things on the children. But it was interesting, a speaker today in church, he was talking about him and his wife, and he had extra time, so it's like, oh, I'm going to share this story. And he talked about how they got married and they couldn't have kids, and how they had their job and where they thought they were going to live, and suddenly they got transferred. They were living in Southern California. They got transferred to North Carolina, and that's where they adopted their first child. And then they moved back to Southern California, and then they got transferred. I believe it was like Tennessee or somewhere. But then they got their second child, and he goes, "I promise you," he goes, "that your families that you have today, that he was talking to the kids, you kids, you're with who you're supposed to be." And so as I thought this, it kind of all went full circle, how I look at my Max and how I know I'm supposed to be a part of his life. I look at I have 3 amazing moms, I say. I have, my mom. I have my stepmom, who's like my mom, and I have my mother-in-law, Adrian, who's like my mom, and how lucky I am, and how I have all of those great, great, great women in my life. How lucky. And sometimes we go through hard things to get the family we need, but that's kind of all part of the plan. I'm not saying that that's what should happen. I'm not saying, I don't know what I'm saying, but it's just been an interesting day. It's just, as I looked at my family and look at, Or as Steve looks at his family and says, wow, I have pretty much like 7 adopted kids, 1 child they gave birth to, but yet he goes, I always wanted a big family, and how he just loves them all so much. And I know that love, and I know with each kid that has come, how it's been so wonderful. And now as I go to add on to my family with my kids getting married, that will add on, and I know that there's just even more love out there. So, hey, if life turns out how you planned it, great. That's awesome. But sometimes it takes a while to let the dust settle, and to see how wonderful you have it, or to see how certain kids are meant to be in your life, and to see those things. And I am so thankful for that. I am so thankful. But it's through trust in the Lord. It's only through Christ that I know this is true. That I know we are in each other's lives to help each other and to make each other better. And I'm thankful for that knowledge. And I'm thankful for my Savior. On behalf of